Hi, good morning. Welcome to Elevate Self-Esteem, where we help you become a better version of yourself. Today, we're talking about something very important and very practical. How to get ahead of 99% of people in 2026. Now, this isn't about being smarter than everyone else, and it's not about working yourself into burnout. In fact, most people won't fall behind because they lack talent. They'll fall behind because they're distracted, inconsistent, and mentally exhausted. In this video, I'm going to break this down into clear, realistic steps that anyone can apply. First, we'll talk about the mindset shift you must make to stop thinking like the majority, especially in a world full of noise and constant comparison. Then we'll look at how mastering a few high-value skills can create massive separation, even if you're starting from zero. After that, we'll discuss why focus and consistency will matter more than motivation in 2026, and how to build both sustainably. Next, we'll explore how to manage your time, energy, and attention in a way most people ignore. And finally, we'll talk about how to position yourself for long-term growth. So you're not just ahead for a moment, but ahead for years. You don't need to do everything at once. You just need to understand what most people won't do and choose differently. So stay with me, and let's begin by understanding why the gap between people is about to get much wider. First step, adopting the mindset of the minority. The first step to getting ahead of 99% of people is understanding that the vast majority of people live passively. Most react to life instead of taking control. They let distractions, emotions, and circumstances dictate their day. They chase instant gratification and forget about long-term goals. To get ahead, you must adopt a minority mindset. This doesn't mean thinking you're better than anyone else. It means thinking differently. It means being willing to do what most people won't do consistently. Application. Start observing your own habits. Are you reacting impulsively to every notification, craving, or distraction? If so, identify one habit that the majority of people indulge in but is holding you back. Replace it with a deliberate action, like spending 30 minutes every morning on skill building instead of scrolling social media. Consistently choosing the long-term over instant gratification creates separation from the crowd. Second step, mastering high-value skills. Most people fail to get ahead because they don't specialize. They spread their energy thin, trying to do everything and become average at all of it. In 2026, the gap will widen further for those who fail to focus on high-value skills. High-value skills are abilities that give you leverage in life. They are skills that multiply your earning potential, influence, and personal growth. Examples include coding, copywriting, investing, public speaking, leadership, and advanced problem solving. Application. Identify one skill in your life that is in high demand and can significantly impact your future. Dedicate daily practice to it. Don't chase novelty, instead aim for mastery. Remember, skill mastery compounds over time. A small, consistent daily effort now will pay exponential dividends in the future. Third step, building focus and consistency. Motivation is temporary. Inspiration fades. What separates the top 1% is focus and consistency. While others rely on fleeting motivation, you must rely on systems and habits. Getting ahead requires creating routines that eliminate friction. Rely on structure, not luck or bursts of energy. Application. Start tracking your daily progress. Create a schedule where focused work, learning, and personal development happen at the same time every day. Protect this time as if it were sacred. Even 90 minutes of undisturbed focus daily compounds into massive advantage over someone who works whenever they feel like it. Consistency is what turns potential into results. While others flit between tasks, you steadily build your momentum. Fourth step, managing attention, energy, and time. In 2026, distractions will only increase. Notifications, AI tools, constant connectivity, all designed to fragment your attention. Most people will be unable to focus for more than a few minutes. To get ahead, you must treat attention, energy, and time as your most precious assets. Application. Attention. Use techniques like time blocking and single tasking. Focus on one task at a time and remove all potential interruptions. Energy. Prioritize sleep, nutrition, and movement. A tired mind cannot outperform a well-rested and alert one. Time. Guard your mornings. Most high achievers get their most critical work done early before distractions invade their day. By combining these three, Sahom attention, energy, and time, you will create leverage that the majority cannot replicate. Fifth step, thinking long-term. Most people operate on short-term thinking. They chase quick wins, trends, and instant results. The reality is that sustainable success comes from long-term planning and vision. To get ahead, you must think in years, not weeks. Your actions today must be guided by the results you want in 3, 5, or 10 years. This requires patience and discipline, two qualities most people lack. Application. Define a clear vision for yourself. What will your life look like in 5 years if you consistently apply high-value habits? Write it down. Break it into quarterly and monthly actionable steps. Avoid instant gratification traps that pull you away from long-term goals. Long-term thinking also means investing in yourself daily, reading, learning, networking, and building skills that compound over time. Sixth step, eliminating average people and negative influences. Your environment shapes your future. Most people fail to get ahead because they are surrounded by people who reinforce mediocrity. If you want to be in the top 1%, your circle must reflect the mindset and energy you desire. Application. Audit your relationships. Who adds value to your life? Who drains your energy? Who encourages growth and who encourages comfort and excuses? Start building relationships with people who inspire and challenge you. Spend less time with individuals who are stagnant or negative. Your network becomes your net worth, not just financially, but in opportunities, mindset, and accountability. Seventh step, taking calculated risks and embracing failure. Most people fear failure. They avoid risks and stay in their comfort zone. The top 1% understand that failure is part of the learning process. Without risk, there's no growth. Without failure, there's no advantage. Application. Start small. Take calculated risks that push your boundaries but don't endanger your foundation. For example, apply for a position you're not 100% qualified for, pitch a bold idea, or invest in learning a new skill outside your comfort zone. Each calculated failure is a lesson. Over time, your risk tolerance increases, and opportunities that others miss become visible to you. Eighth step, leveraging systems and automation. Working harder is not enough. To stay ahead, you must learn to leverage systems, technology, and automation. Most people do everything manually, wasting hours and energy on repetitive tasks. Application. Identify recurring tasks in your life or work that can be automated or systemized. Use tools, templates, and processes to save time. Free your mental energy for creative, high-value work. This habit compounds. While the average person spends hours on repetitive work, you're using that time to learn, grow, and execute at a higher level. Ninth step, reading and learning. Strategically. Most people stop learning after school or rely on fragmented information online. The 1% are lifelong learners. They read, study, and apply knowledge intentionally. Application. Pick one book per month that directly improves your skill set or mindset. Take notes, reflect, and implement. Don't just consume knowledge. convert it into action. Over time, your understanding of the world, business, and human behavior will accelerate far beyond the average person. 10th step, daily reflection and self-awareness. The final step is reflection. Most people move through life reacting, rarely pausing to evaluate themselves or their actions. Self-awareness allows you to notice your strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities before life forces them upon you. Application. At the end of each day, reflect for 5 to 10 minutes. What did I do well today? What could I improve? Did I take a step forward toward my long-term goals? This simple habit builds discipline, foresight, and continuous improvement. Over months and years, it separates high achievers from the crowd. Putting it all together. To get ahead of 99% of people in 2026, you must integrate these habits and steps. 1. Adopt the mindset of the minority. 2. Master high-value skills that create leverage. 3. Build focus and consistency instead of relying on motivation. 4. Protect your attention, energy, and time. 5. Think long-term and plan strategically. 6. Surround yourself with growth-minded individuals. 7. Take calculated risks and embrace failure. 8. Leverage systems and automation to amplify your output. 9. Read and learn strategically every day. 10. Reflect daily to continually improve and adjust. This is not a shortcut. It is not a hack or a trick. It is the deliberate, consistent application of habits that most people won't do. When you start applying even a few of these steps consistently, you will begin to notice yourself separating from the crowd. Opportunities will appear, clarity will grow, and the confidence to move decisively will become natural. Getting ahead is not about luck. It is about intentional action, awareness, and relentless improvement. Getting ahead of 99% of people is not about shortcuts or luck. It's about consistently doing what most people won't. Adopting the right mindset, mastering high-value skills, protecting your focus, and taking deliberate action every day. Change doesn't happen overnight, but small intentional steps compound into massive results. Start with one habit today. Be patient with yourself and keep building. And if you ever feel stuck mentally or emotionally, reach out to us in our direct messages. We'll guide you and help you take control of your growth journey.